Hi, it's me. I'm here, and welcome to this Play Word stream, where we're going to be painting Hollow Fiends. Currently, they're a little blurry, but I'm sure that will fix itself soon. How are you doing, McLove? I think maybe I wrote somewhere that this was my last stream this year, but for Playword. But I think I'm on for the 20th. So I believe I was mistaken and confused, as sometimes happens. Seems we are a little bit dark, maybe. Maybe I can actually brighten things up just a little bit. There we go. So I've got these Hollow Fiends, the alternative Watcher miniatures from the Nightmare Lost Kingdom box. I believe it's the Lost Kingdom. And the what? Working on a postmortem poster? Catherine Lama called me out for how much I draw McMorning. Well, McMorning is a fun character. McMorning is just pure fun and joy. I should try and draw McMorning more. I've done it once, but that was years ago. So these have been, as quite often, zenithal primed. They were undercoated black. There's a little gap there we could have filled in, but they were undercoated black, and then they were zenithal highlighted with airbrush with gray. You can do this with a spray can, though I used an airbrush. And actually, when doing the zenithal highlight, I did use the airbrush in a way that, like, I can show you how you can do a similar thing if you don't have an airbrush. Thank you so much, McLove. Yeah, that infamous McMorning head. Ooh. So I did use the airbrush a little bit to also make like it so that the wings are brighter in the areas which I judged to be more exposed to light, and then a little darker around the curve. And I did that with an airbrush and by spraying it like this, light color, and then I filled in a little bit dark over here. But like if you don't have an airbrush, you could do this with dry brushing, and I would recommend using one of these really soft dry brushes with lots of little fibers, because that way you don't get quite as streaky of a finish as you might get with one of these Old Faithful dry brushes. So you could just undercoat them black, maybe give it a gray zenithal with the Relcan if you want, and then like brush this part with gray, like dry brushing like this. Maybe even little circular motions like this, and it should look good. Should look very similar. So I'm not sure, McBluff, that you can actually hold fan art hostage, or I'm not sure if that. Wait, does that work? Are you saying that like there's no fan art until you get your way? McBluff, your art is really good too. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some simple oil washing here. And oil washing is something that maybe seems a little messy, but it's not necessarily all that messy. And it's not very simple. It's not very difficult, is what I meant to say. It can seem like a little difficult. I know a lot of people just don't want to do it because it seems advanced or hard or messy. And like, I recommend getting some. I was lying if it didn't say when I said it didn't get messy. It can get a little bit messy, as is evidenced by what my bowl of spirits looks like. It's a bit colored, but yeah, try and get spirits that are not poisonous to breathe in. Or do it in a very well ventilated area. But you can get ones that are less poisonous. Like this is a mild one. You can use it to wash your brushes as well. But even though it is a mild one, I'm going to open the window just a little bit because it does smell a little bit. And beautiful palette. I could wash this, but hey, this is my old washing palette. This is why it looks a little messy. So I'm just gonna put a bit of the spirits there. Just pour out. This is my oil painting palette for doing oil washes. My regular palette is a little, it's not as horrible, I promise. I can show you later. And I'm thinking we're gonna do like a kind of light oil wash. I don't want to cover up too much. And I want to do an oil wash using burnt umber and maybe just a tiny bit of black. And you can also just use oil paints whilst painting the miniature in a more normal way. This is just like a step in what is mostly an acrylic paint job. Actually, I don't know where my black is. I accidentally brought out the white one instead. But anyway, I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted any black in it, so let's just skip the black. Let's just do a brown oil wash. And I'm thinking we'll do, like, if there are any shadows where we want pure black, we'll just paint that in later. So one might think that this is bad for the brushes, but this is actually, the spirits are actually very good for cleaning a brush. But we're going to use one of these Old Faithful brushes anyway. So, because like, there's no real reason for me to use a brush with a good tip. So I'm just going to mix some of this lovely oil paint in there, and then we're going to paint it on the miniature like this. And why not just use a normal wash? Well, the cool thing with oil washes is that it dries really slowly, and that you can like dab it with a Q-tip or a little makeup. What are they called? Actually, don't remember what they're called. makeup Q-tip thingy where you don't want the wash to be. One thing I could have done also is to just paint the metal areas first, and then like use the oil wash as step 2 of the metals as well. We could do that on the other minis, then just go back to the oil washing, potentially. Trying to make more commissions to surprise my girlfriend by visiting her for Christmas. Sounds awesome. Best kind of surprise. Do you do a lot of commissions? I did one recently, but I can't show it off, like a painting, but we can't show it off yet because it's a birthday gift to someone, and then I shouldn't put that on the internet before the birthday. So yeah, we washed this guy, and thing is, like, I didn't glue these to any sort of paint handle because like they don't really have how should I put this, like their feet are very detailed, and there's no like flat surface of here, this is where you glue the feet on. And therefore, if I glued it onto something, I would run the risk of obscuring some detail with glue. If I then want to glue it on something else later. And I could probably solve that by like drilling into the miniature and putting a pin in there. But that'd also be a hassle because they are quite fine-limbed. So we're just going to do a little bit of a messy paint stream today. What's your favorite type of commission? Like motif and such, McLeod? I just found the black oil wash or oil paint. You can just add that in there somewhere though, in some places where you want it. It's right in front of me all the time. So after this oil wash has been applied, we want to give them like maybe 30 minutes until we start attacking the miniatures with a Q-tip. And in the meantime, I'm thinking we'll just paint a little bit on one of these guys' cousin, a normal watcher, the robot kind, the non-fiend one. Mudbluff says, well, I love helping people with character design as one of my passions. Says, helping people tell stories and bring ideas to life. But I think I like character design sketches specifically, as I like being more loose. Yeah. Cool. Character design is a lot of fun. So how are studies, McWuff? Not a lot of people yet. Maybe people are out doing Christmas shopping. Okay, so I'm gonna right. You were working for applications. I'm sorry. This old lady getting confused. Um, that's cool. I just actually, like, I haven't studied in ages, but I'm gonna study a bit next year, and I want to study UX design. So I'm gonna do. So I did the applications test and an interview, and I got in. So that's cool. And I'm gonna do less painting commissions next year. I'm just mostly gonna pick the ones I really want to do, and like have a few returning clients are really nice. And actually, almost all my clients are really nice, but need to pick and choose a bit. Topic of Christmas: are there any big Christmas markets near you? They seem rather popular in Europe. Yeah, like I'm not. I like Christmas markets, but I for some reason don't go to them a lot. I've been to a couple in Berlin, which were awesome. I don't recall their name, but just a quick Google would probably give you some good ones. I'm sure there are good Christmas markets around here too. I mean, there's one that I sometimes go to, and we've got like a local amusement park in Gothenburg called Liseberg, which also does really nice. And I'm currently adding in some black in places where I want a little bit more shadow. If anyone's wondering what I'm doing, just adding it in there, because like this takes a long time to fully dry, so you can just work in more. Yeah, like it's called Liseberg, and you have some really nice like fairs and events around Halloween and Christmas. So you got lots of spooky attractions and thematic stuff. Like it's got some beautiful decor around Halloween if you like the cozy horror stuff. And they also do some really nice Christmas holiday stuff there. I haven't been in a while. It's like every year I'm thinking I want to go there, and then December goes past so fast. Do you have any Christmas markets that you like going to? Is it less of a thing where you are? little too intense, maybe. There. But yeah, I know Berlin has some really popular ones. Just don't recall what they're called off the top of my head. I really like Berlin. It's such a fun city to be in. But it seems some Germans really there seem to be some Germans that really don't like Berlin. They're like a little anti-Berlin because I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe that's a common thing with capitals, I guess. Like some people just think they're hyped a bit too much. I don't know. Aren't a big thing where I am, but there was a nice one where I visited Philadelphia, and my friends really wanted to take me to see ones in Cardiff and Manchester. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really, I quite like, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of Christmas, but not the smallest either. Yeah, I especially like all the lights, beautiful lamps and decor and stuff. Like, cause it gets awful dark here, so certainly need some extra light and atmosphere to get us through the dark times of winter. Okay, we're gonna let these rest for a little bit. And whilst doing that, we got this whole painted watcher that we can entertain. If I'd been thinking more with my brain box, I could have like undercoated the last miniature, the Weeping Huntress. I'm working her now, but I didn't do that. But yeah, here's a second edition watcher. Like not the newest one actually. Newest ones look cooler. This one's already cool. It's the regular version of the miniature. And it's half painted. I'm just gonna do a little bit of painting on this whilst we wait for the oil to dry just a tiny bit. We can maybe remove this a little bit. So this watcher has been painted with Mephiston red, and then it's been shaded with a black wash. And the wings have been airbrushed a bit, though they need some layered highlighting, I think. Did I just say highlighting? So I'm now doing some edge highlighting of the legs, but funnily, you can't see what I'm doing just now because of this wing. Oops. that's less than ideal. I'm going to try and turn this around there. So with Evil Sun Scarlet, I'm painting the edges. It's like a first highlight. I like red stumpy bots. Vagrant Song cat plushes. I did not, I'm afraid. I actually entirely missed the whole thing. Buying stuff from the Black Friday sales, etc., can be a little expensive sometimes because, from my experience, we often get hit by like service charges for customs and stuff, and didn't really have the money for that right now. But maybe if I'd seen there was a cat plushie. I do like plushies. I've got, especially, I really like the shark plushies. They're from IKEA. I don't, maybe you've seen them. They've kind of become a meme, sort of, where some people just bring them around, taking pictures of, yeah, blow high. Blow high. Yeah, I got a couple. I need to look up the cat plushie. I think maybe my mom thinks it's weird. I'm almost 35 and I still have plushies, but I'm not alone in this regard, I don't think. Deadpool panel shows him with a knife and Deadpool saying, "Blah, you are charged with the protection of transkits." What? The protection of transkits. How'd they end up there? Like, it sounds great, but I'm also a little confused. Do I need to read Deadpool? Do you read Deadpool, or did you just see that panel in question? I think it's strange there's a lot of complaints about like superhero things being political nowadays. And we're not gonna get into political things now, but like, I guess I just did. But like superhero comics have all pretty much always been political, sort of. Actually, I guess I should stay away from political discussions. Did I just say, I don't want to get into politics, but here's this political opinion? Because that's maybe not a great way to do it. Just saw the panel. Yeah. Please do. Yeah, my girlfriend had one of those plushies, and when we started dating, I was like, hey, I've got one too. Tony Ironsides is the best union president, for sure. I love Ironsides. She is so cool. I really should complete that crew. Painted Ironsides years ago. I was really happy with the paint job, but then I didn't finish the captain and mouse. Now there's going to be even more new cool stuff coming out. Oh no. Hi, Turboster. How you doing? I was actually just thinking of how there's a little bit of a like cute animal thing going in the new Malifaux expansion. What with the sloth? I think it is a sloth. And the little cat, little dog, Frederick, and paper tiger. There's a lot of cute animals, and I don't know if there's an otter, but otters are awesome. I mean, fierce, probably fierce. How are you doing, Turbo Otter? Bruce. Yes, I forgot to say Bruce. I just remember I'm not part of Weird, but I just kind of imagine like a meeting whilst discussing the new expansion. What should we do? And then someone is like, what sells? Cute animals. And dubiously cute animals. This is a conspiracy theory. This is not necessarily an accurate description of the events or how they went down. What is Bruce? Actually, okay, so back to Hollow Town. I'm going to bring out a little bit more spirits and Q-tips. And those tiny little makeup brushes are probably even better, but I don't have any of those available here. Got my hair there. And we're gonna like bring some spirits on the Q-tip. And oh, this dried more than I thought it would. This is actually nice. You can just use the Q-tip without spirits. If you want to remove more, you can use the spirits. So I want to first and foremost stay in camera. And I want it to be lighter here. So I'm just going to remove some paint here. But we can see how the the oil wash has helped us giving quite a lot of detail for these wing membranes. What did you miss? Well, we stopped brushing a little bit on the watcher, who was more of something to do whilst this was drying. And we're now going back over the Hollow Fiend, removing some oil wash from the sort of the raised areas and areas in general we want to be lighter. Some places we don't have to do a lot. And in some places, this didn't turn out great. Maybe we'll reapply some wash here. This underside of the wing. More open areas we can remove a bit from. Yeah, oil washes are fun, and it's not as difficult as it might sound. Did you try it? I don't recall if we've spoken of it. I'm going to reapply a little bit here, or a lot. Go to the next one. That turned out pretty good. And I want this part to be pretty bright. Dabbing some spirits on, wiping off like that. This is also a really cool way to do like dirty white armor. You give it a light oil wash and then rub most of it off. Yeah, that about sums it up pretty well. I got scared, thought it was too pretentious, implied very strong smells. It does smell a little bit, but like I've got a mild one, a mild spirits. So you can get less unhealthy ones. Although there's a difference, there are some spirits that are like labeled less smelly, and some that are like labeled to be less poisonous or whatever they call it. And I'm like, if it's just less smelly, does that mean it kills me but sneakily? Because I'm not sure if that's a good thing. I don't know. Chemicals. What do you think? Huh? Where's the nail polish? No. Well, depends on the spirits. Like oils don't smell at all, barely. This spirit smells less than nail polish. And it's really fun for making, I know you like the grim dark stuff. Also, I thought it could be fun with some variation for the stream. The grime. One pro with oil colors is that it's really easy to get into crevices and then just rub away stuff that you don't want to be too stained. Like it's very good for panel lining and stuff like that. And grind. And I kind of envision these guys as a little dirty. You painted anything fun recently, Mr. Otter? So we could have done the metals first and then washed. Just darken down the metals because I want really rusty metals. But we can also do it the other way around, where we kind of, work in the rust first and then just painting some scratches. Because I want them to be super rusty. You know? We like that rust. Nothing weird. Mostly build stuff for other games. Well, anything you've been excited about? Miss you, man. Turbo Otter is an IRL friend, hashtag, living a bit up north in Sweden. Overall, very good person and Marcus appreciator. It's funny, those streams when we suddenly just had some sort of Marcus fan club meeting. Right? Okay, so let's go back to the little guy we redid the wing for. It's turning out better, I think. Maybe brighten this area up a little. I stop mumbling. Yeah, but like zenithal highlight and then oil washes, and you come a long way on grimdark stuff. It's like, well, don't want much color, so Marcus Appreciation Society President reporting in. Yeah. We need that Marcus box, huh? Still not available, right? Stupid real world transport issues. I'm going to try and get a game in before Christmas with Rasputina. I tend to like to do that. Christmas themed table and have some Yuletide action. Lost, it was against my friend Jakob and Jackdaw, because we kind of figured Jackdaw is pretty much Santa. Santa, but grimdark. He gives out presents. to naughty people. Wait, that's, yeah. No, that checks out, right? Okay, so this looks pretty cool, right? Yeah, this is gonna look cool. And later we've got this. Great way to paint filthy white armor, he said, with no other games in mind. Yeah. So this is the Weeping Huntress, which is the last miniature for that crew box, which I get to paint. And I like her mask. It's pretty cool. That bow looks mean. I was thinking I'd put these watchers on these bases I painted earlier, way earlier, maybe. Like, could be cool. We'll see. Could be cool. One might want to give Weeping Huntress as intensely metal. Yeah, it's the Melissa Core alt model. I personally kind of think Melissa Core looks cooler, but alt models are also always fun. What color do we want to highlight this with? Maybe let's try Polished Bone by Reaper. Where's this aged bone? It's so aged you can't tell anymore. This is Polished Bone. Okay. Might be a little bit too bright. This is more like the last highlight. Probably. Yeah. It's very metal, this whole crew, with the names. So these are called Hollow Fiends. So I guess that's super metal. Mix that with a little bit of Mechanica Standard Gray, maybe. And I want to actually maybe a tiny bit more brown. So I'm going to just give these a warm light brown highlight. This is too dark, or depends how much you want to work it up. I think we're gonna go for a little bit more contrast. And I don't want to paint along all of the wing membranes because that is going to take ages. she said right before painting along all the wing membranes. Oh, but I kind of want to like, what are you doing, paintbrush? I kind of want to just pronounce some parts of them. Maybe just polished bone wasn't such a bad idea anyway, after all. Okay, so this is Reaper polished bone with just a little bit of gray, if anyone's wondering. I like a little roughness with some interrupted lines. It's not so bad because these fiends are not the most well kept. We want them to look kind of rough and scary. This, your Hollow Fiends are so unkempt. Friend-shaped or fiend-shaped? I think these are more into fiendship than friendship. Fiends are friends. Friends are fiends. Well, fiends can have friends too. So befriend is a verb. Maybe we can also be fiend. We'll wait for Halloween, but this is about when I'm inspired to paint by Nightmare Editions, Ride and Swamp Queen stuff. Do it! And welcome to the stream. Liubito. It's my way of butchering your nickname. Sorry about that. Embarrassing yourself trying to pronounce nicknames is pretty fun. You do? What language is that? Oh, fair. The butcher of languages. Oh, haven't seen that play. Oops, we made a boo-boo. It's okay. This just in, building models without assembly instructions is difficult. Yeah, it can be. Can be. Maybe you can find some on the internet. Or are they unavailable? Are you underneath the bed, kitty cat? Hi, kitty. Cat incoming. Cat tail in front of the web camera and now. So how are you doing, Liobito? Liobito. 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 I'm going to try and stop. So on your side of the wings, you're probably not going to see quite as much. Oh, so I think we're just going to paint here. Impressed your cat isn't more in the way. Yeah, she no, she's not in the way a lot actually. Just sometimes. But not a lot at all. She's currently sitting in the window looking at me a little bit. In general, she thinks I'm a little bit boring when I'm at the computer, which is a lot of the time since I tend to work at my computer. And she kind of wants everyone to hang around in the living room. The worm. Hmm. Sometimes I just YOLO and prime anyway. Usually it's all right, but it sucks when it's not. Okay. She just jumped down from the desk. She tends to do this little sound effects when she's jumping down from things. I kind of think of like all FPF's games when you're jumping, like, oh. It's kind of what she does. And let's highlight some muscles. Damn, these Hollow Fiends are ripped. They might be hollow inside, but outside, they are ripped. Cat jumping noise dot wow. Or do you say wave? You have my permission. And I shall take a tiny bit of responsibility if it goes badly. But no, mostly kind of in the way of feeling bad for you as an enabler. Not really any meaningful responsibility. Wow. I see. Anybody got any snow? I'm kind of assuming you got snow, Turbo Otter Chaos. -5 degrees, not too icy, not too windy. Nice. cattail. A fine dusting of snow, huh? A little bit of fuel. I think my cat Zetkin is listening to strange sounds of children playing outside. Or Hollow Fiends. The Crooligans. Pink little toes. And the musculature around back. Today is probably like painting a whole lot of musculature. No, what did you just eat? Did you taste the paint powder, kitty cat? Why? You have other liquids to drink. For example, clean water. Why must they always go after the paint water? Maybe they think we're hiding something delicious from them. And cats are like, yeah, I've got perfectly fine clean water, but I'm gonna drink from this drain underneath the bath tub. Yeah. It's a real struggle. It's almost like they aren't the most intelligent creatures out there. Though I guess us humans are very good at putting poison inside our bodies too. So maybe I shouldn't judge too harshly. Or maybe I can because I'm not a smoker. I don't know how that works. Regular water boring, paint water spicy, garners attention, is cool and dangerous. Thank you. You've explained it. It all makes sense now. Yeah, I mean, if you can get attention and quench your thirst at the same time, genius. Hmm. I didn't think of it that way. I mean, they have their moments. They can be pretty smart in some ways, but they can be pretty darn stupid in some. How's your cat doing? And what stupid shit is he up to? Does she like the paint water as well? Oh, she's moved. Okay. I don't think you told me. Well, you did now. Like it's super important for you to tell me that. Uh, I don't think so. I guess sometimes I'm not great listening. But no, I don't think you did. Best for both of you. Okay. Well, then it's great that she's at a good new place. And that the two cats get along. That's not always the case. Fekkin feels really threatened by other cats. One of those who love humans and are kind of scared of other cats. So, some pretty good progress on this. Fiend? The Fiend? Okay, so I think we are going to have a short little break, and then I'll be back highlighting the other two fiends. And after that, if we got time, we'll work on metals. Otherwise, that'll be in an upcoming stream. So a little break, and I'll be back very soon, about 5 minutes. Yeah, see you in a bit. And we're back. Hi. How are y'all doing? Did you miss me? I've had a drink refill of Julmust. Basically, the last bastion against Coke's grip on Christmas. Um, Apparently, Coke sells really badly here because of our tradition of drinking the strange soda Julmust. Um, which is a little funny. Hey, I think the YouTube chat thing is dark. Maybe just, I don't know if there's just that. No, it should have text now, right? So it should collect all of it. And now imagine some sad YouTuber feeling lonely and ignored. YouTube watcher, that is. I wonder if Waldo has some sort of coup against YouTube, since this happened before as well. Maybe we shouldn't blame everything on Waldo. We're also pretty blurry. Come on, internet. You can do it. Well, I'm not blurred, but the painting camera is blurry. Maybe we just need to give it a minute. Painting membranes. Yeah. You're a hero, Kim. Well, now we can see stuff in the left chat box, so that's good. And now it's not blurred anymore. I think you did it. You saved Christmas. Now it's pretty sharp. Thank you. I think I tend to be pretty bold with my highlights. Because, like, ain't nobody got time for mega blending, right? So, like, reasonably thin and sharp, and it looks striking. This little bugger has the wings in a funny way. It's flapping. Everybody flapping. Layering is slow, more sharp, more good. Yeah, like, especially if you're painting for the tabletop And let's face it, there are a lot of miniatures out there longing for a paint job. Did I just sound like Goobertown there? Longing for a paint job. I don't know. I love Goobertown. It's like the Bob Ross of miniature painting. More sharp, more good. Yes. But if you want to do super smooth blending, oil paints can be a good way to do it, since they will not dry until next Wednesday or something. Depending on what you put in them. Or even the Wednesday after that, yeah. Hey, Otter, maybe we should play Dark Tide sometime. I don't have it, but it could be fun. Or try Total War again. Just casually talking about our everyday life on the weird stream. Do you play Dark Tide? It does feel like a game you would play. Yeah. Content is publicity. I was actually thinking about that with like tattoos. Like, what if people don't find this interesting? We don't have to talk about it, but like, because I kind of want to get a tattoo. Well, another one. And if you get a tattoo, because like I like the idea of geeky game-related tattoos. I thought maybe I wanted to have a tattoo related to Hades. Or let's say I wanted to have a word tattoo. Like, someone else painted that piece of artwork, and like I think few artists would be anything other than flattered that you're wearing their artwork as a tattoo. But then again, if like is it strange to have a tattoo of a game related piece of art? Like, is it strange or is it not strange as long as you know the artist, the original artist? Or like, I don't know. If I got like a tattoo, I look like a piece of artwork from a game. Would there be a risk that the original artist would be upset? So nobody is into talking about this. We can just ignore it. But like, I've seen a few cool, really cool weird tattoos, and I think that's really fun. Celebrating the hobby and celebrating being kind of a geek. Um, I just, I guess I just started thinking about it because of all this AI debate. It's not the same thing, but like AI art debate. Turbo says, I don't think it's any weirder than getting music related artwork or comics or stuff like that. No? Fair? But like if you're having like a band logo, you're kind of advertising that band. I guess that goes for the game as well. And this is not me trying to say I'm against it. Like, oh, there's more. If that was unclear, I'm just like, sometimes I guess I get paranoid. I guess it was just something I started thinking about when, like, because AI's cobble together artwork and use other people's works to learn, but they're not getting any credit, the original artists. That whole debate. I don't really know what my opinion is. And I'm not gonna use this platform to broadcast an opinion about it. Uh, I really like geeky tattoos. I've got a friend who has the Malifaux suits on his knuckles, and that's just awesome. Looks really cool. Uh, yeah, it's one of those tattoos where you go, "Oh, cool, I want that," and but then you're like, maybe I should let my friend have that tattoo. Like, you don't want to be the copycat. Confused ramblings, maybe. Okay. Sometimes I get a little derailed and start painting different areas and just jump around all over the place. Should just finish the wings. Should just finish the wings and then go from there. Purring sound. No, that might actually be my PC that the mic is picking up. Yeah, for some reason. You know what? I should probably turn off Photoshop because that can that can that could be it. I apparently had Photoshop running in the background. I probably have a lot of different little processes. Processes. Photoshop can be kind of heavy on the PC. Maybe it's just tired. I do apologize for the computer purr. It has been a long week. Oh wait, it's Tuesday. Oh man, it's just Tuesday. Oh, by the way, I don't think you were here then, Otter, but I'm gonna study from January. That's cool. I'm gonna study UX design. Should be fun. Did a work test, and they liked my work test. And did an interview, and I got in. It was apparently really popular. UX what now? UX design is basically like user experience. So you design the user experience of apps and stuff. Like interface and basically like make sure that you design an app that is pleasant to use, attractive, functional, and not horrible. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And for a long time, I've been missing studying. So, and me and Nina, whom you've met, are going to be classmates. That's cool. It was a little bit scary, like, what if only one of us gets in? That's going to be a little sad. But both of us did. I was kind of more worried about that than not getting in. I was like, will it be awkward and sad if one gets in and the other doesn't? No matter who does. We never had to find that out. Membrane, membrane, membrane. That's what I got on my brain. Gotta paint you up real good. I shouldn't be trying to make songs, but it's fun. Moving to Germany. Wow. We spoke about Berlin earlier. About how I love Berlin. And because McKinley asked about Christmas markets in Europe. I think it's funny with people in the UK who refer to Europe as if they're not part of Europe themselves, kind of. I guess they quit. Where are you thinking of moving and going? It was about 15.4 Celsius outside, but very windy, and I got carried away and primed the entire guild versus cohort of 2 starter packs and some GW stuff as well. Awesome! I really need to get painting stuff from that box. I want to paint a guild mage. The new filthy guild model. I want to paint up the Court of Two stuff sometime. There is so much stuff I want to paint. What do you think you'll paint first? What is our outside temperature? I went for a jog earlier. It was a little cold, but not too bad. Currently, well, it is 7 in the evening, but currently it's apparently -2 Celsius. Nguyen. Nguyen is really cool. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Nguyen. Maybe, sort of, close enough. I once asked a student when I was a teacher's temp with younger kids, which was way back, asked a student called Nguyen how you pronounce it, but she got super embarrassed and didn't answer at all. Nguyen. Okay. Yeah. It's a cool model, and I love how diverse Malifaux is. When I get to some off-screen painting time again, I want to try and get Sparks. Oh, I feel like I've been saying this for ages. I kind of want to get Sparks and the Mecha Pig and a Survivor painted. And and what's it called? Neil Henry. That's the guy. Maybe some Christmas painting. Newen. Okay, cool. Newen. Is it? It's Vietnamese, right? Isn't it? Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, I don't think his words falter, Butter. I think it's like the world and transports and stuff. I really want Marcus Alpha too. Everyone wants that alpha. And I think I need more Kojo tossing Marcus Alpha around in my life. I feel like that's something that should bring me joy. So I'm going to try and get more of that stuff on the table. Yeah. Right. There's this author, Celeste. Yeah. It's really good. Yeah, Kojo is awesome. Though I actually accidentally cheated with Kojo once or twice. Because I've done at least once a charge toss. You can't do that. I mean to cheat. Hope I still get a present or two. Despite being correct, yeah, that kind of teacher sucks. Yeah, because the toss isn't a melee action, so you can't charge toss people. So I think I've done that incorrectly a few times. Yeah, I guess it kind of feels like you should be able to do it, but it was pointed out to me by a friend. Yeah, a little bit of a shame. Charge tossing is cool. If there's a strange squeaky squirty sound, that's me putting water on the wet palette with a thingy. What are they called? I don't recall. Yeah, maybe we don't get presents now because we cheated. Yeah, you can only charge. You can only use claw attacks when you after a charge. Well, you can use it as your next AP, but house rule it so that Kojo is better. Yeah, why not? I don't think Kojo is the most highly rated miniature out there exactly. So I don't think it would have been terribly unfair. Although I guess it would be really good. You can still charge and like throw people around a little bit with regular action. With this attack action, melee attack terms. Uh, things, words. Yes, please make toss better. Excuse me, I just got. There we go. Yeah, it could be a bit much. I don't know. I think I balanced it by not being the best Marcus player. Love it when you cheat and still lose. Actually, I do kind of like that because then it doesn't feel as bad when you realize you've been unintentionally cheating. There are a lot of things to keep track of in this game, so it's not strange if you get some stuff wrong. Because I mean, toss is it's an action with 1 inch range. So it's pretty easy to just assume it's a melee action. Right? But the hanged, yeah. Ugh, hanged. Although smacking around hanged with ruthless dudes with irreducible damage is really fun. Give Joss a diesel engine and put him in the saddle of the mechanical rider and go change some hanged. Should make you feel better. 2 ruthless miniatures, 1 with irreducible, one with excellent defenses, and then you got concealing around them. Expensive package, but they're a fun hanged hunting duo. Joss isn't versatile, actually. It's just very nice to have when you're facing terrifying incorporeal miniatures. So just pay that tax. It's difficult to get as many power tokens as when you're playing Hoffman, but if you remember to, like, whenever you move them, always charge once. Even if you don't have a charge target, you can get a power token like that. Yeah, it's key to Hoffman. And if you spare some soulstones for him, if you soulstone once for a power token on an attack, as long as you're gaining or using a power token, he gets irreducible. So if you soulstone once to get one, as long as you hit that action, that attack, you've used 1 soulstone to gain 2 potentially irreducible attacks off. So that's not bad. So yeah, it's key to Hoffman, but he's a very useful miniature to have around for some occasions. Some control matchups, he can be slapped around quite a lot, but he's willpower 6, and you can have diesel engine to protect him. Makes him expensive, but it's very good. Just remember to always be charging, even if you don't have a target. As long as you can make one of those moves in a straight line, not having to turn, you should do a charge. It's also funny when people get confused. You kill their ghosts with him, and then you go and fetch a scrap marker and make them plop down a scrap marker, and they're like, "What?" And then you say that Joss is just creative. You need to put a scrap marker down. He's gonna turn your ghost into some spare parts. No problem. I mean, you didn't ask for it, I guess. But I really I'm a Jaws fan. Remember your ABCs. All B ghosts create scrap. Yeah, ectoplasm can be a metal if you're not a coward. Oh, don't worry about it. Have a great dinner. It was nice having you by. See you later. Just the boss. I tend to sometimes gravitate, I think, towards expensive models in my playstyle, like the Riders, Jaws, Langston, and stuff. Although there are a lot of situations I don't feel like I get that much out of Langston at times. The late style, only strong, only big, 4 models. No, I tend to fill out with really cheap ones, so I tend to be like 7 or 8. I often have 8 models, but like 3 of them are super cheap. Like I try to get really high value models and then fill out with some cheap AP. Although there are, of course, high value, cheaper models too. What are you doing, Kitty? Okay. Okay. 3 knights, 20 Imperial Guard. Yeah, tends to be my style. At least in Arcanists. Maybe a little bit less so when playing Marcus. I don't know. Cat's playing around with a paper bag clip or a plastic bag clip. Whatever. These more expensive toys are not interesting, right? Vad är det, Zetkin? Vad säger du? What's that? Am I boring for not playing with you? Gotta get better attachment points for some of the pre-built models. The other side is a great game with small firearms that refuse to stay on their bases. Oh, it's a little annoying. Yeah, maybe the plastic doesn't stick as well to the bases. I want to play more of the other side. I know I've said that before, but it's really fun. Kirai, her big toe. Yeah, that could maybe have been a slightly better attachment point there. Speaking of, these no, these are all right, I think. What, the other side models or the Hollow Fiends I'm painting? Or yeah, I think you mean Hollow Fiends. They're really cool miniatures. I wonder if we want to put gore on them. I don't know. Both. Fire. This one's pretty cute. Kinda. as cute as fiends get. Yeah. Flappy. Maybe not super exciting watching me sit around painting gray for hours. But hey. Just doing some very small, very sharp, pure polished bone highlights. It's a pretty good end step for a warm gray. And if you want to, you can glaze that down a little bit with a warm medium gray and then maybe reapply in tinier spots. And the third one And I like this kind of this gray paint job with brown shadows. It gives them a little bit more life, maybe. Third one, since we're painting 3 miniatures at a time, I think. It's not super often we do that. On stream. But it is what we're doing today. Membrane time again. They are called wing membranes, right? I think so. Sometimes in some places in Gothenburg, you hear a little high-pitched squeak. A little repetitive high-pitched squeak. Always make me a little happy. Because I know there's a bat around. Sometimes they seem to be following you. A little curious. I guess it could be creepy, but I feel like it's kind of cute that they're just a little curious following you around. Bats in Gothenburg, huh? It's fitting. I always found it a little strange how my city is called Gothenburg in English, because like it's not called Goth. Swedish. That's not the word. So the word kind of makes us out to be more goth than we are. Yeah, it's always free of streaming, and sometimes I'm not the most coherent of a streamer around this time. Accidentally got a little bit of a bluish gray tone into the highlight there on the palette, but that's all right because some color variation is fine. Excuse me. Had a lot of soda today. Like liquid motivation. I got a friend trying to convince me to wear a one of these crowns of candles for at least a little while of the stream. Like a strange Swedish tradition of celebrating the Saint Lucia. Uh, I didn't feel up for it, but yeah. Could be a cool Malifaux themed conversion, or make a sort of Malifaux twisted version of Saint Lucia. Lucia. Um, Kind of feels like it could be a good Titania thing. Maybe. I've got the sudden craving for nachos. Nachos and cheese. Hej katten. Du har fått din mat. You got your food, kitty. Just edge highlighting the rib cage. And the fiendish six-pack. I kind of rip for such a low damage track. Gets a little funny sometimes without sculpts. Yeah, and a lot of these areas you can just kind of gently let the brush run along the sculpt, like the detailing on the hands and paws, feet, or whatever. And that gives you a pretty good highlight quickly. fiendishly good looking little butt there. I feel like I haven't made enough puns and jokes about these little guys. Wasted potential, maybe. Or saved ears. Yeah, maybe go to bed, kitty, because you've had all the food today. Looking forward to painting these old rusty metallic masks or helmets and collars. Okay. I have some membranes to paint yet. And the cat found entertainment elsewhere. So that's good. I'm glad we decided to not paint along all of the membrane lines, and because like we might end up being insane. Hi, Spiredine. How are we doing? It's been like 2.5 hours or 2 hours of painting gray now. You're lagging? Oh, it's a shame. Stream's not lagging for me. Unless it's the audio, because I'm on mute. Well, of course. It's just the visuals. All of it. Just the audio. Shut up, kitty cat. We're doing important work. That's a lot of ping. Unfortunately, a lot is not good. It's a shame. Hope your internet feels better soon. And the brighter highlights. My cat is so bored. Is everyone boring, Zipkin? Who broke Spider's internet? Does he use that key? Oh no. All right, yeah, we're wrapping up soon. And in a future stream, we'll be finishing these little fiends. We'll be wrapping this up too by painting their talons or claws and their masks and collars. So yeah, it's been great hanging out, painting with you guys as always. Got a little quiet in the end maybe, but trying to entertain the lurkers. As always, lurking is much appreciated as well. I hope you guys will have a great time, and yeah, have a good evening. Thanks. Bye-bye.